And after 2 years, we're back. Welcome to Facebook Live for our return for Trivia at Home. We're doing trivia from my house again. Why? Because we lost 3 venues in the last 2 years. One never called us back. They were ghosted us. One decided to give my night to a Grammy Award-winning artist and move me to a different night, and it never worked. And the other one just, we'll talk about that another day. But we are back. And we'll see how this goes. All right. As promised, we have a special guest here today. Everybody, the ever popular, ever famous Mrs. Ravello's here. Let me turn on her mic.
Hello.
There you are.
Here I am.
Now, we don't have any viewers yet, so this is just going to be recorded for now.
Okay.
But I'm sure people want to know one thing. How did we meet? Where did we meet? Where?
In a bar.
Which bar?
You wanna? It's not there anymore.
I know, Stampede. We met at the Stampede bar back in 2001, just before 9/11.
Before.
Just before. And then the whole back and forth and all that. So tell the story about the time I sat you down.
Oh goodness. So when we started officially going out, I don't know, I must have gotten cold feet or something. So when I went into the bar, he just saw me and was like, oh, this is not going to be good. We've always had that communication. We always had really good chemistry. So then just sat me down and was like, look, ya no hay más pueblo que aquí.
Right. And what's the theme song? Tu muere aquí.
Tu muere aquí.
Right. So after that, we obviously ended up getting married.
Yes, a beautiful wedding.
We have 2 kids.
Mm-hmm.
They're somewhere around here. Most of you who used to play trivia with us might remember them. They were part of the raffle when we used to do the Lucky Son of a Bernie raffle. However, they have their own. They formed a union and are on strike, and therefore there will be no raffles in our trivia games from now on.
Yes.
They have decided that unless they get fair pay for their work, they will not participate in anything I do here. So we don't have Leticia anymore. She was our spokesmodel. And we don't have Bernardo, who at the time was 12.
And now is huge.
Was a cute little 12-year-old who we can make jokes about that he's not 21. But now he's like an annoying 15-year-old who just curses all day.
Curses a lot.
Not that we have any restrictions online, but, we also don't want him, throwing F-bombs every 5 seconds while we're trying to give him prizes. Leticia is around, but she doesn't, due to union restrictions, she refuses to be anywhere near us.
So in 2006, we had Leticia. And then in 2007, 8, we had Bernardo. It's just that I always feel like I had been pregnant for like 3 years.
She was pregnant for 3 years straight almost.
Yeah.
9 months on, 9 months off, 9 months on again.
Yeah, the Cuban twins.
It's like the Irish twins, but it was like a steroid cycle, like 8 weeks on. I wonder why we're getting that buzzing sound. Well, we'll figure that out later.
I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah, it's if I put my hand over here. I said there's a lot of kinks we need to work out here.
Yes. This is really nice.
So we're back here at Home Central. This is where we always did trivia back when 2020.
Because of the pandemic.
Yep, we were stuck at home. And there was nothing to do. And the same week that they sent us home and that we didn't have any work, I set this up. And our first raffle, the boy would run in and out from the side here. We didn't have 2 cameras. We just kind of winged it. And then we did that for how long? Almost 2 years.
Yeah, almost 2 years.
We stopped doing it after the school year. When the next school, not the next school year, but the school year after that wasn't about to start, and they were both like, "We don't want to do this anymore." And they brought their union representative in here to demand stuff, and then we said, "Well, we're just canceling then."
Strike.
They've been on strike since more than 2 years.
Yeah.
Well, anything else you want to add before I put this back on?
Anything you want to add? Like, who I had to introduce myself pretty much.
Well, I was going to the bathroom. And she was probably waiting to use the bathroom too by the pinball machine next to those two bathrooms, and they made a corner like this, like men's, women's. And she introduced herself to me.
Because Bernie was super shy.
Then after we all started talking and hanging out, we found out a couple things. Like, she went to the same private school I went to.
From this you can La Luz.
We both had gone to La Luz private school at different points.
Which
And then I found the yearbook.
And embarrassed me.
And embarrassed her in front of everybody in the bar.
And everybody found out my real name too.
Yeah, because she normally would go by Nikki, but we stopped calling her Nikki, and it just goes Nurka.
Yes.
But she still started Nikki on most social medias.
Yeah. Yes.
Which also comes from Stampede, because our friend Bill Tech had written an article.
Okay.
About the karaoke nights at Stampede Bar. And he brought up the chemistry between us, even though we weren't officially openly dating or nothing at the time. And he mentioned that the aforementioned starlet, Nikki, came to get Bernie from behind the DJ booth to sing Como Fue.
Como Fue.
Which became our wedding song.
Yes. Yes. And we love that song. You used to sing that song.
I haven't sang that song in years. Well, that's Nikki, everybody. Let's say bye. She's obviously going to head off and go to Target now.
I will. Okay, guys. Bye-bye.
And let's put this screen, and we're here, and you're out. All right. So like I was saying, I'm back here. That was my wife, Mrs. Ravello, here visiting. Turn off her mic before you can hear her conversations with in the background. If you could turn off that mic. There. We need to save batteries. I mean, batteries cost money. Those are wireless mics. And we're going to get started with this game in a few minutes. If anybody's actually out there or not out there, I have no idea. Let me put the thing here. As far as I can see, there's 2 people watching, and I think I'm both of them. Oh, Nolan might be out there. Shout out to Nolan. I have fans at Coral Park High School. Don't ask me how that happened or why that happened. All right. I said 7:30. It's going to be 7:30. I have been on live for a few minutes now. It's a bit choppy, the live. Tell the boy to get off the game. Like, I'm not getting issues on my side, Felipe, but I'm getting a green light, which usually means that the feed is going good. But like I said, I'm not on your side. I'm on my side. Normally, I would get a red, orange. It goes blue, green, orange, red. And as always, the music brought to you by Facebook's incidental music for royalty-free, non-copyright music that we can play and not get a problem with. It keeps us online. All right, let's get started. But first, we have a news item we need to address here.
Look at this.
We
These
begin with
vehicles
breaking
are
news.
Look at that. The primary unit ramming full speed again. That vehicle is now disabled. entire unit is now completely disabled. That work truck taking the fence with them and now getting on to the freeway, I think. Stolen work truck ramming into police officers, refusing to pull over after what was a relatively tame pursuit. Look at that. It's a female driver jumping out of the vehicle, running into across lanes. Look at this. Oh my goodness. The female driver running across the 91 freeway. Those drivers don't see. As she has now made it to the other side of the freeway looking for a hiding spot. She is a desperate individual who is acting very, very erratic. Well, the wig just fell off. This person now running through the front of the Denny's and now into the Denny's. Running into the Denny's. Get it!
All right, it's Wednesday. It's been 2 years. We're back here, and it's time again for Home Trivia. If you are home, if you're somewhere out there, if you're on your phone, whatever the situation is, I'm happy you're here joining me. We're doing the game from here because nobody will hire me. But I guess something is better than nothing, so we're back. I want to let the whole intro go through. There we go. And let's get started with tonight's game. Look, Vanessa's here. Vanessa Palacio. She's glad I'm back. She's working. Oh, yeah. I mean, her feed is working fine. It's Felipe, that's you. That's you, Felipe. That's not... must be because you're on a mobile phone. And again, if it's too loud, too low, I need, send me a comment. I'm kind of putting it back together, and this is all using old equipment, so let's get started with tonight's game. Here's the official rules. As always, you have to be a one person in order to play. One player minimum. Obviously, it would be better if you get your friends together and play together or do it online. You know what would be the best thing you could do? Go to a bar with a big-ass tablet. Put the feed there and say, oh, we're playing trivia because you don't have Bernie doing your trivia here. And then you point out that, that I would be a better choice than whatever they got going on. But obviously, a one-player minimum, you just have to be a person in order to play. There are no prizes. We're playing from home. There's nothing for me to give you, and there's nothing for me to know whether you're cheating or not. All right, as always, grab 3 sheets of paper, number them 1 through 10, or grab one big piece of paper and make 3 columns of 1 through 10. If you have a funny teen name you want me to read out loud, put it in the comments. The GOAT returns. Oh, I thought you were talking about yourself, Mr. J. No, you're talking about me. No, you're the GOAT. Unless Danny comes on, then we don't know. I doubt he comes, Yando. So Mr. J remains the GOAT until otherwise proven. All right, feel free to scream and shout the answers all you want because you're home, I'm home, and there's no way for me to know if you're screaming and shouting, and other than the people around you, nobody will know. Obviously, if you're in a public place, don't scream and shout. You might get thrown out. But that's your problem, not mine. All right, now this is an honor system, so please, no looking up the answers, and if you do know the answers, don't post it in the comments. Let the other people playing figure it out on their own. I mean, this is no prizes. There's no fun in, giving it away. Just everybody, we're doing this for fun. And as I mentioned before, we're not doing the raffles because my kids are they're unionized and they won't participate. So remember, you're playing with yourself, so you will only be cheating yourself. Questions round 1 are worth 1 point each. Questions round 2 are worth 2 points each. Questions round 3 are worth 5 points each. And first place gets nothing. Absolutely nothing.
So you get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
And second place also?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
No, I'm kidding. You don't get that. You get...
So you get nothing. You lose.
That would suck if second place was better than first place, though. All right, and if you don't like it...
And if you don't like it, you get the fuck out.
And if you can, take a picture of yourself while playing. Tag @TriviaMammy on Instagram, whatever, Facebook, wherever you are, wherever you're seeing us, and then share it. And we'll, I'll repost it tomorrow or whatever. Now, again, if the feed drops, let me know. My other computer is dropped. I don't know when it will catch up. So, no. I'm just gonna go on and on until I hear otherwise. All right, here's our legal disclaimer. If you can read fast, you can read that thing. It has not been changed. It's the same one as was in the bars. It's the same one we used online. It's the same one we're back in the bars again. We haven't changed anything. Let me see what happens if I refresh this. All right, that was our disclaimer. Again, any little bit helps. I know that it's not like before. I'm actually working most nights, but you know, whatever you can, Venmo, Cash App, it's all good. If you Cash App, I give it to my kids, even though they are in a union. If you Venmo, I end up keeping it and sending it to my kids differently. And as I've mentioned before, I'm still working, so join me every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday over at 7 Seas Bar. That's every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for karaoke starting at 10 o'clock. Every Friday night, join me at the Garrison in Miami Lakes. That's up in Miami Lakes in Main Street. And Sundays are at Bar Nancy. We don't do trivia there anymore. We just do karaoke on Sunday nights. And we do have an in-person trivia game coming up, which will be on Halloween night. It's a special event, Trivioke special Halloween event, Tuesday, October 31st. We're going to do trivia from 8 to 10, karaoke, and from 10 on. We're going to do it there. We will have prizes, $50 bar tab, $25 second place, all that stuff. We win raffles and all that good stuff. Now, before we actually go to the questions, let's go to our first commercial break.
Look at this.
Oh, sorry. That's not it. I should have changed that. So, never mind. Let's skip that. Let's go back to this. There would have been a commercial there, but I forgot to change the thing. All right, let's get started with round one. All right. True or false? Hawaiian pizza originated in California. True or false? All right, question two. What actor was the inspiration for the creation of Miles Morales? What actor was the inspiration for the creation of Miles Morales? Well, I hope you're good because I can't get my own feed on my other computer. Not that I need to see myself, but at least all I need is to get your comments. So that's all that matters to me. I don't really need to see myself over there. It actually throws me off because there's a delay. All right, question three. Which of these Disney songs never reached number one on the Billboard Hot 100 chart? A, A Whole New World. B, Let It Go. Or C, We Don't Talk About Bruno. Which of these Disney songs never reached number one on the Billboard Hot 100 chart? Whole New World, Let It Go, or We Don't Talk About Bruno? I see myself on my tablet. I don't see myself on my computer, though. All right, where's my mouse? Question four. Nobody Does It Better was the theme song of which James Bond film? Again, Nobody Does It Better was the theme song of which James Bond film? Yeah, I'm going to have to use the tablet. All right, question five. In what country was Mel Gibson born? Again, in what country was Mel Gibson born? From my understanding, Miles Morales was created after a certain actor was seen wearing a Spider-Man costume. So who is that actor? That's clearing that up if I can. Unless I'm completely wrong. All right, question 6. Which of the Three Stooges Howard brothers was the oldest? A. Curly, B. Moe, or C. Shemp? Which of the Three Stooges? Forgot to put the apostrophe. Howard brothers was the oldest? Curly, Moe, or Shemp? As I mentioned before, please don't post the answers in the comments. Let the people playing figure it out on their own. Just write it down and we'll go through the whole process of checking your answers after the fact. Just don't write it in the comments. Question 7. The BBC once banned the Beatles come together for advertising what product in the lyrics? Again, the BBC once banned the Beatles come together for advertising what product in the lyrics? All right, question 8. What online company did Craig Newmark found? And what online company did Craig Newmark found? That's in he started it, not that he stumbled upon it. I have to actually go get this from the box of the in-person trivia. Because I used to have a separate one for this, but now I can't find it now. Question 9. What was the first spin-off from the original Law & Order? A. Criminal Intent. B. Organized Crime. Or C. Special Victims Unit. What was the first spin-off from the original Law & Order? Criminal Intent, Organized Crime, or Special Victims Unit? All right, it's time now for question 10, everybody's favorite category. Florida or not Florida? All right, I'm going to read a headline. You need to let me know if you think it's Florida or not Florida. The only two possible answers are Florida or not Florida. Here's the headline. Stripper boosts up patron, steals credit cards for $62,000 spending spree. Was that Florida or not Florida? You know, these are the only reasons I kept wanting to do this again. This and all the City of Miami bullshit. All right, that is the end of round 1. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was true or false, Hawaiian pizza originated in California. Question 2, what actor was the inspiration for the creation of Miles Morales? And again, to clear it up, from what I heard, they were inspired to create the character based on an actor dressed as Spider-Man on a TV show. So whatever, if you know what that is, that's the answer. If I'm wrong, correct me. And then we'll just eliminate that as a possibility. Question 3. Which of these Disney songs never reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart? A. A Whole New World. B. Let It Go. Or C. We Don't Talk About Bruno. Question 4. Nobody Does It Better was the theme song of which James Bond film? Question 5. In what country was Mel Gibson born? Question 6. Which of the Three Stooges' Howard brothers was the oldest? A. Curly. B. Moe. Or C. Shemp. Question 7. The BBC once banned the Beatles come together for advertising what product in the lyrics? Question 8. What online company did Craig Newmark found? Question 9. What was the first spin-off from the original Law & Order? A. Criminal Intent. B. Organized Crime. Or C. Special Victims Unit. And Florida or not Florida, the headline reads, stripper boozes up patron, steals credit cards for $62,000 spending spree. Was that Florida or not Florida? All right, check your own answers. See if that's the answers you want to stick with. Again, any little bit helps. You can hook it up, Venmo, Cash App, whatever the case may be. We're going to take our first commercial break because we're going to do them before and after the answers, and then we'll be right back.
I love this song. What station is that? Coast 97.3 FM.
Great song. What station is that? It's Coast 97.3 FM.
I love this song.
Me too. What station is that?
Ever wonder what radio station you're listening to? For the most music throughout your workday, listen to South Florida's Coast 97.3 FM. The best mix of the 80s, 90s, and today with less talk.
Grand Prix's new track. Grand Prix is bigger, longer, and faster. Feel the thrill of the hairpin turns, then speed down the long straightaways. Grand Prix. Race your friends in the true spirit of Grand Prix competition racing. Feel the roar of the engines as you race the big challenge on Grand Prix Race-A-Rama. Open 7 days and nights. Take I-95 or Exit 12 on the Turnpike. Grand Prix on 441 just south of State Road 84 in Fort Lauderdale.
And we're back. See, we're doing them 1 minute commercials, not too many commercials. Then no raffle. All right. Hopefully you figured that out. Let's figure out the answers now. Question 1 was true or false. Hawaiian pizza originated in California. That is false. It's Canadian. Ironically, it's Canadian. What actor was the inspiration for the creation of Miles Morales? As far as I know, Donald Glover, based on this scene from the show Community. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry. I'm not a comic book nerd. Which of these Disney songs never reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart? It was Let It Go. Let It Go. So just let it go if I'm wrong about Miles Morales. Nobody Does It Better was the theme song of which James Bond film? The Spy Who Loved Me. Actually, one of my favorites, too. In what country was Mel Gibson born? United States. He's a red-blooded, MAGA-loving American. American with an Australian accent because he was raised over there, but he was born here. 6. Which of the Three Stooges Howard brothers was the oldest? Shemp. What does it say there? Give me time to tag you in question 10 on IG. Too late now. I moved on. Question 7. The BBC once banned the Beatles come together for advertising what product in the lyrics? Coca-Cola. Don't make me sing it. I don't remember where in the song. And plus, I think even if I sing 3 lyrics from that song in the wrong melody, I might get a copyright strike. And you don't want to mess with the Beatles. What online company did Craig Newmark found? Craigslist. It's in the name. What was the first spin-off from the original Law & Order? It was Special Victims Unit. SVU, not SUV. SVU. And Florida or not Florida, the headline read, stripper boozes up patron, steals credit cards for $62,000 spending spree? That was Florida. I'm not sure where exactly. I forgot because this is an old story. I've been sitting on this game for a while. But it is Florida. If anybody remembers when this was, I'm backed up on my Florida stories and non-Florida stories. All right, these were 1-point questions, so whatever you got right, add that up, that's your score, post that in the comments. We'll figure that out after the next commercial break. Again, post your score in the comments so we can keep up with each other. Again, every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, join me for karaoke at 7 C's Bar. Every Friday at the Garrison in Miami Lakes. Sundays, join me at Bar Nancy. And again, if you want to see me in person doing this trivia thing, join me at 7 C's Bar on Halloween night. We're doing a special Halloween pop-up trivia night with karaoke after. So it's trivia and then followed by karaoke. Now, while you do that, here we go to our second commercial break.
friends to good times where fun never ends. Be there. The fair! It's all there. The fair, be there. The fair, be there.
The Dade County Youth Fair and Exposition. Be there.
Imagine the perfect video store. It would have a great selection, right? Right. Over 10,000 videos. 3 evening rentals, so no rush, no hassle. Fast checkout. 24-hour quick drop return. Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store.
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
Is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Blockbuster Video. Wow, what a difference.
Wow, what a difference. I haven't changed the commercials, I just split them. Alright, let's see what I got going here. Well, Felipe is the only one who posted he got 8 right. Let me go down and see. Nothing up, nothing down. No, just Felipe. I'm not sure if anybody's still here or not. Or if I'm even actually on or not. I can't tell. I'm just going to keep going. So let's get started with round 2. So it's time again. Put your... Oh, no, you should be. You might be on your phone, so I can't tell you to put your phones on the buckets. So just stay on your phones. Oh, Joshua, the fish group has 5. And that's it. Those are the only scores I have so far. And apparently I'm still on. All right, let's get started. Round 2, question 1. What came out first, Olympus Has Fallen or The Dark Knight Rises? Both with Morgan Freeman. What came out first?
Cool, thank you. How was the traffic?
What kind of not copyright friendly song is this?
That's good. How was the weather?
They're like talking.
He's a man.
Oh, there it is. I remember this one. I haven't heard these since I used to do this before. All right, question 2. After the Dolphins failed to get the record or leave the score at 69, what NFL team holds the record for most points in a game? Okay, after the Dolphins recently failed to get the record or leave the score at 69, which is what they should have done if they weren't going to go for the record, is miss that extra point and stay at 69 so we'd have the funny number all week long on the sportscast until we lost the game after that. What NFL team holds the record for most points in a game? All right, Mario has 5. Mr. J has 6. All right, question 3. What was the first European country to ban smoking in bars? What was the first European country to ban smoking in bars? All right, question 4 is always our anal bum cover. Sorry. An album cover. Whose 2003 album is that the cover for? Whose 2003 album is that the cover for? Forgot to set up the animation on that. Incidental music brought to you by Facebook's copyright friendly music. All right, question 5. Prior to being cast in the sequel, Robert De Niro auditioned for which character in The Godfather? And prior to being cast in the sequel to the movie, Robert De Niro originally auditioned for which character in the original Godfather? All right, finally somebody wrote a team name, which we will award best team name regardless of nobody else writing a team name. Team name being, how do you rape a Bronco with a 2-foot dick? I missed that the most. All right. Question 6. It's time for our movie clips. I'm going to play a clip from movies released in 1980. If you know what it is, write it down. Here goes the clip. I'll play it once with just the sound and once with the words up on the screen. Here we go.
Shayna, they bought their tickets. They knew what they were getting into. I say, let them crash.
One more time.
Shayna, they bought their tickets. They knew what they were getting into. I say, let them crash.
What movie is that from? Oh, we're going to start a little Broncos versus fighting going on here, from what I'm seeing. My microphone doesn't want to stay up. I need some microphone Viagra. I keep having to squat back down to get to it. All right, question 7. Nadia Comaneci represented what country in the Olympics? Nadia Comaneci represented what country in the Olympics? All right, question 8. In the TV show The Simpsons, what brand of beer do Shelbyville residents drink? In the TV show The Simpsons, what brand of beer do the Shelbyville residents drink? All right, question 9. What 90s TV show featured the 5 orphaned Salinger siblings? What 90s TV show featured the 5 orphaned Salinger siblings? And finally, question 10, last question this round. What is Canada's national summer sport? Again, what is Canada's national summer sport? And it's not eating Hawaiian pizzas. All right. That is the end of round 2. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was, what came out first, Olympus Has Fallen or The Dark Knight Rises? Both with Morgan Freeman. Question 2, after the Dolphins failed to get the record or leave the score at 69, which was what they should have done, what NFL team holds the record for most points in a game? Question 3, what was the first European country to ban smoking in bars? Ain't No Bum Cover. Whose 2003 album is this the cover for? Question 5, prior to being cast in the sequel, Robert De Niro auditioned for which character in The Godfather? Movie clip from, should be 1980. Oh, wait a minute, I didn't change the things. Oh, whatever. Let's skip that. Skip that. You remember what it was, right? What it did before. All right, question 7. Nadia Comaneci, see, I changed the question and I forgot to change it in the after the fact. Nadia Comaneci represented what country in the Olympics? Question 8. In the TV show The Simpsons, what brand of beer do Shelbyville residents drink? Question 9. What 90s TV show featured the 5 orphan Salinger siblings? And question 10. What is Canada's national summer sport? All right. Please check your own answers. See if these are the answers you want to stick with. Remember, any little bit helps. And I'm going to take another quick commercial break, and I'll be back with the answers.
If you're hungry and in the mood for something extraordinary, look for this symbol. And this telephone is the fastest way to Franco's original Italian pizza, day or night. If you live anywhere from Pompano to Hialeah, you can treat yourself to the best in authentic Italian dishes. Franco specializes in dishes from antipasto to veal pancetta, all at reasonable prices. This symbol of excellence is in Pompano, Fort Lauderdale, North Miami Beach, North Miami, and Hialeah. Franco's, the king of pizza with home delivery day or night.
97 GTR, continuous rock and roll with Herman and McBean mornings.
No more pop scratches and ugly black buildup for these rock and roll animals.
97 GTR, all compact disc rock and roll.
Like ZZ Top, Bruce Springsteen, the Rolling Stones. Herman and McBean, mornings on 97 GTR, continuous rock and roll.
And we're back. All right, let's see what we're buying. Let's go over the answers. Obviously, one I'm gonna have to just tell you because I don't think I changed the slides. Let's go over the answers from round 2. Question 1 was what came out first? Olympus is Falling or The Dark Knight Rises? Both from Morgan Freeman. It's The Dark Knight Rises. Question 2, after the Dolphins failed to get the record or leave the score at 69 as they should have, what team holds the record for most points in a game? Well, they were called the Washington Redskins at the time, and they're still the Washington Redskins as far as I'm concerned. Question 3. What was the first European country to ban smoking in bars? Ireland, by the way. By the way, it was Ireland. Anyone seeing Alan ever again? I've never seen Alan ever again. I've talked to him online. He argues with me about stupid things on Facebook, but I've never seen him again. He may actually look good now. I doubt it, though. All right, our anal bum cover. It's brand new. The band is called Brand New. Prior to being cast in the sequel, Robert De Niro auditioned for which character in The Godfather? He auditioned for the part of Sonny. He wanted to be Sonny Corleone. All right, let's skip this because it was going to be The Naked Gun originally, and then I changed it. So the answer you should have is Airplane. I changed it from Naked Gun to Airplane. So the answer you should have is Airplane. I forgot to change the slides as I move forward. All right, Nadia Comaneci represented what country in the Olympics? Romania. In the TV show The Simpsons, what brand of beer do Shelbyville residents drink? Fudd. I don't know. What 90s TV show featured the 5 orphan Salinger siblings? Party of 5. And what is Canada's national sport? Come on, click. Where's the thing? Click. Lacrosse. If you know lacrosse players, you know douchebags. All right, these questions are worth 2 points each, so whatever you got right, multiply that by 2, and then add that to your previous total, and that's your running total at this point. So, 2, 4, 6, 8, plus whatever you had before, and that's your running score at this point. Post your score in the comments, and then I'll try to read them as I see them. Remember, every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, karaoke at 7 Seas Bar starting at 10 o'clock. Fridays at the Garrison in Miami Lakes. Sundays at Bar Nancy. And in-person trivia will be at 7 Seas Bar on Halloween night, Tuesday, October 31st. We're bringing it back in person, one night only. We will have prizes. We will have raffles. We'll have everything there in person, buckets, everything like we used to do at 7 Seas Bar. Join us over there on Halloween night. Now I'm going to take another quick commercial break, and we'll be back and you just write me your totals in the meanwhile.
Ay, bendito, se le paró el carro. ¿Y eso cómo fue?
No sé. Yo le había echado coolant, pero se calentó.
Mire, lo voy a ayudar, porque yo tengo un tremendo coolant. La próxima vez échele Amali. Este sí es un coolant de calidad superior. Porque todos los coolant no son iguales, ¿sabes? Amali es mejor de lo que tiene que ser.
Ah, pero oiga, ¿usted no es irichacón?
Sí, y de coolant, yo sí sé. Exija Amali. Tremendo coolant.
Why settle for some of it when you can get all of it?
Get it all, get to Zare and get it all.
It's gotta be a knockout, so I got to Zare.
It's gotta last.
It's gotta have a name I know.
So we got to Zare.
Get it all, Get it all.
It's gotta be a real value.
Get to Zare and get it all.
Exciting fashions, famous brands, honest quality, genuine value.
Get to Zare and get it all.
In Miami, se llama Zaire. And we're back. So let's see what we got here. Felipe got 7 out of 10 right this round. I guess he didn't want to do the math. So 22 total. He did it in a separate post. Mario's running at 15 right now. Mr. J's got 16. And Joshua has 17, or the the Denver Bronco team. Whatever. I forgot. I gotta scroll it back up to see that. It was, how do you rape a Bronco with a 2-foot dick? 17 points at this point. Anyone else? If I see it, I'll say it while I go on. But let's go to round 3 now. Ta-da. So let's get started. Round 3. Question 1. What fruit comes in Bartlett and Bosc variety? What fruit comes in Bartlett and Bosc variety? Felipe's team name is Mutiny of the Cap. Mutiny is what happened in Miami Lakes. Let's just say that. I was chased out for a once-a-month emo night and a bunch of events that ended up failing. But we'll talk about that next week. All right, question 2. What author created the land of Pelucidar, whatever that says up there. Pelucidar. I know. I never said I could read things. I just said I could write things down and try to repeat what I saw. Don't ever argue with me about if it's right or wrong. I have no idea. I'm not a trivia guy. Just like I host karaoke. I'm not a karaoke guy. I'm not a singer. What I enjoy is the production, the whole thing. All right, question 3. It's time now to name a celebrity. I'm going to put a picture of a celebrity up there. You need to let me know who they are. Write down their real name. Well, write it down to yourself, not to me. Write down their real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen them. It's time now to name this celebrity. This one's one that very few people are going to know. What is her name? And it's not a random blonde girl like we used to do all the time. All right, question 4. Oh, I ended up in the wrong place. Hold on. The mouse was on the wrong screen. Okay, question 4. What was the first black male group to debut with 4 straight number 1 hits? What was the first black male group to debut with 4 straight number 1 hits? I wonder how you end up with your music on this. Like, you're not good enough for other things, so. All right. I need to separate the mic because you know what's next. It's time now for question 5, which as always is our. Oh, I think I lost the channel. Test. Oh, there it is. I might have killed my mixer. All right. You got 8 on top, 5 on the bottom. Letters are ILIEJENGALOAN. Hence an actor, female, or actress. Figure it out. Seriously, this channel went dead after that. It's back now, what I'm just saying. All right, I'll give you more time on that one than I did the other one, so let's move on. Hopefully you wrote this down on a separate piece of paper or in the back of your answer sheets or wherever, so you can keep working on it as we move along to question 6. What is the largest alpine lake in North America? What is the largest alpine lake in North America? I used to hear these songs every week, and eventually I memorized them. All right, question 7. What is the name of the Italian anise-flavored liqueur? Okay, what is the name of the Italian anise-flavored liqueur? La la la. No, it's Don't know what's going on. Test. Lost the channel. Aiming on my mic. Test. There it is. Sorry, it took too long on that one, so let's go through the next one fast. Question 8. Philematophobia is the fear of what? Philematophobia is the fear of what? It's like I'm using a mixer that's like old. Like I can't use this for work anymore. There's about 1, 2, 3, 4 channels that don't work at all. 2 that I'm using for mics that the one that's for the computer sound to you guys, it's okay. And then the one that's for the music is fine. So I'm doing what I can here. All right, question 9. Which 4 U.S. states are called commonwealths? 1 point for each for the first 3. And 5 points if you get all 4. Again, what 4 U.S. states are called commonwealths? Llamar. CMQ, la buenísima. WQA. I didn't know we had Spanish music on this. Pero este no es Iri Chacón. De Culan. Ella sí sabe. All right, finally, well, let me give you at least a few more seconds since this is a 4-answer situation. All right. Finally, question 10, last question of tonight's game. Something of local history, news, or facts. And one of the main reasons we're back on here. What City of Miami commissioner was recently arrested and removed from office? What City of Miami commissioner was recently arrested and removed from office? This is like a dance song. All right, that is the end of round 3. Let's go over the questions one more time in case you missed any. Question 1 was, what fruit comes in Bartlett and Boss variety? Question 2, what author created the land of Peluquera? I don't know. What? Read it up there. I can't pronounce it right. To name this celebrity, I need her real name, not a character name, not a description where you've seen her. Question 4. What was the first black male group to debut with 4 straight #1 hits? Word jumble. 8 on top, 5 on the bottom. Those are the letters. Hence an actor, female, or actress. And 6. What is the largest alpine lake in North America? And 7. What is the name of the Italian anise flavored liqueur? Question 8. Philematophobia is the fear of what? Question 9. Which 4 U.S. states are called commonwealths? Again, 1 point each for the first 3. If you get all 4, it's 5 points. And local history, news, or facts. What City of Miami commissioner was recently arrested and removed from office? All right, please check your own answer sheet to see if this is the answer you want to stick with before I reveal the answers after the commercial break. And again, any little bit helps. That's the Venmo, that's the Cash App. We take off the music, and we'll be right back.
The largest Toyota sale.
He's never going to be done.
Up here. Focus. We only have a couple of seconds.
Would you get it ready, please? Come on, man, go.
Oh, I'm Paul Castronovo. This is Young Ron Brewer from 94.9 Zeta. Catch our morning show weekdays starting at 6. Remember, the only way to hear our very local, informative, and an entertaining program is to listen to 94.9 Zeta.
Don't forget about the animal displays.
Oh, yeah, we promise no more live animal displays because last Thanksgiving we messed up a turkey really bad.
Good, yeah.
I know it.
Come enjoy the rides and the wonderful. Lights, food, rides, and so much more. All the Christmas spirit you find it here. On Palmetto, Bird Road at Tropical Park. One price, all rides free.
And we're back. All right, let's go over the answers from round 3. Question 1 was, what fruit comes in Bartlett and Boss variety? Pears. And 2, what author created the land of whatever? Burros. El burro. El burro sabe más que tú. That guy. Hey, as you name this celebrity, this is actually a personal favorite of mine. Nobody's gonna know this unless you've seen the movie I've seen. Sasha Calle. She is Supergirl in the new Flash movie, which probably you avoided because the star of the movie is a pedophile and a groomer. But if you look at it the other way, as the Supergirl movie, it justifiably you can watch it. I have 2 action figures somewhere in the living room, which I forgot to bring back here, of her as Supergirl. And the reason I follow her is because I used to watch her on a soap opera, and I watched when she got cast, and I got into it, and I followed her along and all that. So I'm hoping they keep her around. All right. What was the first black male group to debut with 4 straight #1 hits? The Jackson 5. Now, not all of them remain black, but that's a whole other story and for a future game. Word jumble. 8 on the top, 5 on the bottom. Those are the letters. Hence an actor, female, or actress. That's Angelina Jolie. The whore. You know what she needs?
Bunch of hookers and cocaine.
You know who I haven't brought up here?
Roy!
But again, maybe next week. What is the largest alpine lake in North America? Lake Tahoe. As in Angelina Jolie, who is a hoe. What is the name of the Italian anise flavored liqueur? Sambuca. I used to know a drag queen called Sambuca Diamond. What was it? Something Sambuca Diamond, something like that. This phobia is the fear of kissing. Like, don't kiss me. Which 4 U.S. states are called commonwealths? They are Kentucky, Massachusetts, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. And local history, news, or facts. What City of Miami commissioner was recently arrested and removed from office? Alex Diaz de la Portilla, Arroyo Baguando. That's all I want to know. When are we getting the other one? 1 down, 2 to go. And you know which one I really want out. But I guess baby steps, everybody. All right, those questions are worth 5 points each. So whatever you got right, multiply that by 5. Obviously, remember the one that had 4 answers. Just figure that out. Get that total for this round. Add that to your previous total, and that'll be your final score for tonight's game. Post your score in the comments. Remember, join me 7 C's Bar Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for karaoke starting at 10 o'clock. Fridays at the Garrison in Miami Lake starting at 8 o'clock. Sundays at Bar Nancy starting at 9 o'clock. All these are karaoke nights. And as far as in-person trivia, join me at Seven Seas Bar on Halloween night. We'll be doing it there from 8 to 10, followed by karaoke right afterwards. All right, let's take one more commercial break while you figure out your totals. Write them on the comments, and we'll be right back.
You know why I come to Lum's, good buddy? They grill the steaks just perfect. And the fish fried dinner is so tender and delicious. I love the juicy roast beef sandwich piled high with that thinly sliced roast beef. I like it when Mommy and Daddy take me to Lum's. The burgers are great. You and your kids get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
You get a choice. You get a better choice when you choose Lum's.
Compact disc sale of the year. Thousands of titles for only $8.99. All types of music. Rock, country, soul, jazz, classical, vocal, big band, pop. Hundreds of artists. Something for everyone. CDs for only $8.99. Come into Peaches now while the best selection's available.
And we're back. All right, put the music back on. Let's see what we got going here. Felipe ended up with 49 points. The Bronco, whatever, I'm not going to scroll back up. Joshua Fish and that team, 47. Mario with 25. Mr. J with 51. So as far as the posted scores, and like I said, Mr. J is still the GOAT of trivia unless somebody else comes to play and beats him. He is the one to beat at this point. Mr. J and the Outlaws, but only no Outlaws as far as I know. But as far as I'm concerned, thanks for everybody for watching. You're all winners in my heart. Again, I don't make no money from this, so I'm just doing this for fun, and hopefully you had fun and we all had fun. Remember, I'm going to be posting this stuff and promoting this stuff on Instagram and Facebook, so follow me at Trivia Miami on Facebook, Instagram, and X, as it's called now. I still have it as Twitter up there because I haven't updated that. And I'm going to try to download this off Facebook and then post it on YouTube because I forgot to hit the start record button at the beginning. Plus, it might be better that way because it's too much going on as far as I can see. But I'll put it up on YouTube later. Maybe you can tell somebody else to watch it. Or if not, it will be still here on Facebook until I delete it one day. And as I mentioned before, I'll be at Seven Seas Bar Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday for karaoke starting at 10 o'clock. Garrison on Fridays starting at 8 o'clock. Bar Nancy on Sunday starting at 9 o'clock, all of which are karaoke nights. As far as in-person trivia, I'll be at, we'll do that in person on Tuesday, October 31st for Halloween night. Come join me there. It's a special one-time event, but we will have the raffles. We will have the prizes. I didn't want to go away without mentioning our buddies that we lost recently, well, that we lost a while ago, which is Melvin, Sawyer, and Rick. We lost them a few years ago. But we recently lost another one of our regulars, which was Aldo. He was a joke to us for a lot of reasons, but he always was a good sport and he stuck with it. And as far as I know, I don't know if the gerbil went with him or not. But we will miss him. He always put up with my stuff, and I always made fun of him. I made memes. I would make fun of him even during karaoke. In the last years, he grew his hair out, so every time I would see him, I would say, "Oh, is it old lesbian night? What are you doing here?" But poor Aldo recently passed away, and we will miss him. Seven Seas Bar will definitely miss him. I will miss him. He was, a good friend of ours. He used to come to Bar Nancy. He came to the Bend a few times. He came, he played at Seven Seas mostly. Most of the people there are pretty much been, but, well, what can you do? Life goes on. So, RIP to Aldo. Again, any little bit helps. Venmo, Cash App. You could. It's for the kids mostly. I don't keep this money. I give it to them. They have Cash App cards, like little credit cards, and any balance, I put it in there. Again, thoughts and prayers to Linda, who is still putting up with Alan. I haven't seen Alan in years, but I'm sure he is driving her nuts. And as always,
Fuck Hector!
Fuck Hector! Fuck Hector! Fuck Hector! Fuck Hector! Haven't seen him either in a while. Don't know anything about him. As far as I know, I think he still works over there. All right, that's it for tonight. Thanks, everybody, for joining me. I'm going to let Cox on the Radio sign us off.
Have yourself a real nice day. And if you want to smile some, listen to Power 96.